We should make a product which is really self-sustainable. My entire philosophy is you have to have sustainable development. EV is an entire ecosystem. It is not only just putting a battery or making a fully electrical vehicle or just plug-in electrical or fully hybrid vehicle. Everything has an advantage in a context. Like India has so much of unemployment and so many manpower is available. Things are going on in many directions, but if you give me in order of ranking, I will first put my money on connectivity because that really provide much better services and comfort to the customer.
Hi, welcome to IMA Conclave 2024. We have got Mr. Rajesh Mittal, the President and MD of Isuzu Motors India Private Limited with us. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you?
Pleasure to have you on this podcast session.
My pleasure.
So, I wanted to understand, being an industry veteran, if you could, in a minute, describe your journey in the automobile space.
See, basically, one very interesting aspect with me is I started my career with Hindustan Motors, who had a collaboration with Isuzu Motors.
And you were there an
I was
intern,
the
I believe?
intern of that company, and today I am president and MD of the parent company in India. So that is, in brief, you can say that an intern has become the MD of the company. That really makes me feel proud at being an Indore person.
Being an Indore person yourself.
I started my journey from Hindustan Motors Pithampur, and today
Isuzu Motors.
I am with Isuzu Motors and trying to contribute to make it successful in India.
And I saw your session, so it's probably the largest exporter today of commercial vehicles. So what has got India on this radar of being the largest exporter for commercial vehicles? What has enabled India, because we are on the theme of a global potential of and unlocking it for the global potential of Bharat, then what has got it here?
If India really wants to grow or become global or become a much bigger economy, then only domestic market is not good enough for us because it has its own limitation. So if we really want to become global, then we have to become export oriented because real growth will come from there. Your domestic economy beyond a point cannot give you growth. And we at Isuzu, since it's a multinational global company, we find that India has so much of potential. And it's a low-cost manufacturing country because
the talent pool is also there, manufacturing.
We have cheaper capital investment, cheaper land, our employee cost is lower, our power cost is lower, we have stable government. So we thought that why don't we put a manufacturing setup in India and export from here. And we don't export to any small country, we export to all GCC country. So that is where Isuzu brand is very popular and we enjoy very good market share there. And those commercial vehicles which is used in refineries of say Saudi Arabia and other countries, Qatar or Kuwait, you will see mostly Isuzu.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And they all are made in Sri City, which is in Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh.
It's very near to Chennai.
And are there any technological advancements as well, or some innovation that is also a differentiating factor or a cog in the wheel?
Yeah, basically the biggest strength of Isuzu is engineering and quality.
Product engineering.
So with Japanese, you can be sure that it will be zero defect.
Always.
Because they will never compromise in the engineering and the quality for the customer.
The passenger segment, the same way.
For Japanese company, customer is the king. So they will do anything to do right things for the customer, and I think that is the secret of
success for any of these Japanese companies.
For any Japanese company, and that's why if they sell it in India or globally, they will make the same quality. They will never differentiate. India also make this quality.
Oh, that's right.
So we make same product, whether we sell it in India. We sell the same product in India also.
So CBU product is also same then.
Yeah, we never distinguish.
That's nice. And what about what is your take on the EV adoption? Because there's an EV bubble that's coming in the passenger segment. So what happens in this commercial vehicle space, and is there a difference here, or are there any potential challenges that are being anticipated or foreseen here?
See, EV is an entire ecosystem. It is not only just putting a battery or making a fully electrical vehicle or just plug-in electrical or fully hybrid vehicle. Actually, right from the sourcing of the cell to making a battery to supplying that battery and using it in a vehicle, using the right software so that it is safe, it doesn't catch fire. Then you should have second life of the battery, because
it's
battery is very hazardous for disposal. Should have the right technology for disposal, and then you need to have enough capital to fund. You should have trained manpower. This is an entire ecosystem. So just by adopting EV without preparing for end-to-end ecosystem will not help. So our belief is, if we'll do a job, we'll do it thoroughly. We will not do it half-hearted. And you would have seen that none of the Japanese companies so far has come in two-wheelers or three-wheelers, because they want to give a safe vehicle.
Safe vehicle, and that's why
they want to give a perfect engineering.
That's a good example to showcase that.
Yeah, you have so many two-wheelers in India right now, so many three-wheelers, but Japanese companies are still testing. They are preparing. So because EV is an entire ecosystem and a lot to do with proper product design and safety and engineering.
And what about the alternate fuels that are being explored? I mean, there is news about hydrogen as a element that could be used for fuel.
Yeah, so there are many innovations on which various automobile companies are working. In that, you have hybrids where you can use fuel and electrical. You have hydrogen vehicles. You also use ethanol now, which can be made by many crops. And you also have fully electrical vehicles. So there are many things. And then on the battery, they are working on many chemistries. Like right now, there are different kind of batteries. We only know lithium ion, but
there are
there are multiple batteries
that have come up.
So a lot of research is going on.
There are a lot of startups also in India that we see are typically on the battery, or they are on the enabling the infrastructure, as you rightly mentioned.
This technology will evolve. It is not yet evolved fully. Right now, people are using EVs and to some extent hybrid, but there is a lot of research going on, and which direction the final research will take us and what will become the mass market product, it will still take some more time, in my opinion.
It's an evolving phase.
Yeah.
And what about the autonomous driving or driverless vehicles that we see?
See, everything has an advantage in a context. Like India has so much of unemployment and so many manpower is available.
Probably that manpower is today in the transport segment.
Make them driver. Now you want to make an autonomous vehicle. But then if you have a fixed route, if your manpower is very expensive and you want to enhance productivity, if you want to work 24/7, then autonomous is useful.
Then what happens to the automobile enthusiasts like myself? I mean, being an enthusiast, it is better to drive your own car.
And again, in autonomous, you have a lot of social and legal challenges.
Yes. Who gets the ownership of any incident?
So please understand this whenever a new technology comes, you have to think about end-to-end ecosystem. It's
going back to the Japanese philosophy of
what I explained, ESG. It's society, it's planet, it's the profit.
The
all three you have to
aggregated
balance.
Model. Yes.
If you only go in one direction, then you will falter somewhere.
Because there are news of certain OEMs who are having driverless trucks, and there are trials that are going around. So I wanted to check what could be
innovations are going on in many directions. But if you give me in order of ranking, I will first put my money on connectivity, because that really provide much better services and comfort to the customer. Second would be environment.
Telematics, you're talking in terms of telematics?
Yeah, like your vehicle should be well connected, you should improve your productivity, where you are, what are you doing. If you want to go to a hotel, you should be able to see quickly, you want to book a hotel. So your dashboard should provide...
driver experience basically, or the user experience.
User experience through connectivity can delight you much more. So if I have 100 rupees and I have to first spend,
so that is the delight factor, the customer delight.
Yeah, first work on connectivity, which can give you quick results to the customer. Next, you should work on environment-friendly vehicle. And since we are in India, autonomous comes third in my opinion.
Because we don't have that infrastructure today.
It is not that urgently needed.
And not an urgent need as well at the same time, because there are a lot of people who are employed.
So you should work for what customer want. And today, customer want a cheaper EV or environment-friendly vehicle. So you should put your research more there. Because if you can...
Government has also planned some subsidies and incentives that they have put up in this space.
See, but then I am not very for subsidy, because again, by giving subsidy, then you are reducing government's revenue.
And at the same time,
ultimately, you have to make a product at the right price, which competes with diesel and the same environment also. So that's the research automobile company should do. Subsidy, again, you are cutting the pocket of government.
Somebody is paying the price for it. I mean, if not us,
Taxpayers' money is going in the manufacturer's pocket. So we should make a product which is really self-sustainable. My entire philosophy is you have to have sustainable development.
sustainability. The same goes back to the roots of the Japanese philosophy that you mentioned. That
It's a
roots of
global United Nations is promoting that. Because unless you have a balance towards planet, society and the product, you won't succeed in long term.
So what message do you think, could be being an industry veteran yourself, could be for the startups who are in this space today and who are planning their approach to unlock the global, because global potential of their manufactured end products. There are a lot of e-bikes that have come up. There are a lot of cars. People who have startup who have now come up with vehicles. So we see new brands emerging as OEMs now. So any message that you would want to pass on to?
I will give a simple
insight?
message: dream big, work hard, have fun. Have a combination of these things. So anything you have to balance. You can't do one thing alone. If you are a hard-working person, then you should also know how to enjoy life. And you have to have a big dreams and work on a sustainable way. Do sustainable development. Don't work only in one direction. Strike a good balance. Okay, so wish all of you good luck.
Thank
And
you so
Indore
much.
has a lot of potential. I am a proud Indori, so I wish all of you good luck and
Pleasure to
let's
have
all
you sir
grow
today.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.